Right, not one we see every day. This is the Super Cheetah Mk2, as the little designator there says. And as you can see, these had a dual watch function where I'm on channel 35 and I've got the dual watch function in, which gives me jumping over to the truckies channel on channel 8. And there's also a channel 9 switch which can go directly in as such, and was designated by the little light up the top there. So basically dual watch, and you know, if you had somebody that called you up on the truckies channel, if the squelch opened there, it would stick there. Noise blanker ANL, PACB. For the most part, the rest of it is very much a Super Cheetah. And this really was a little add-on board they had on the side that did those functions. This was a, how can I say this nicely? They made these boards for these at a cheaper cost. The Super Cheetah Mk2 board, when you have a look at it, you'll see that it almost looks like a lesser quality board than what you might see in a Super Cheetah. But they do seem to work quite okay. This one's extremely clean, and this came in actually with a dry joint issue. And the receiver was just basically, you know, needing 20 microvolts to get about S1, S2, and then hit the board, of course, and it's, you know, 5.9 plus. So yeah, just tidied up the dry joint on it, and this one we'll just keep for our collection because actually it is nice and clean. Came with bracket screws and bits and pieces, which is, you know, bracket screws are a bit of a hard thing to find these days. But okay, so let's just set up and have a look and see what she does. Okay, so just over 20 microvolts for S9, and these all vary a little bit, quite seriously. Never kind of go by the book completely. I tend to do a bit of an on-air test and get a bit of a feel how they sound as well. Sometimes receiver alignments can be very dodgy, especially as some of these get a bit older, but you know, certainly that's ballpark for where it should be, so that's looking quite nice. What we'll do is we'll just shut up the noise there, which is a bit annoying after a while, and we'll go over to sideband and have a little bit of a look. And what do we got? Hello 1 2 3, hello 1 2, hello 1 2. Well, that's a 10 watt scale there, so that's not looking too bad actually. Probably a little bit over 10 watts. And hello, pretty stock standard actually. Hello audio, 12 to 13 watts I'd say. So yeah, it's sounding quite nice, and they're not a bad little set. I did prefer the Super Cheetah Mk1, I've got to be honest. We didn't see hardly as many of these, but when we did tend to see the odd fault. So you know, that does say something for the reliability of the board itself. The Cheetah Mk1s, we, you know, really didn't need to do much to them at all. Whenever we'd see one of these, it was normally a dry joint problem to do with the board, and that's what it turned out to be today as well. So, but look, nice little radio on air. I don't think we've got much propagation at the moment. I'm just going to have a quick check. No, I went for a bit of a run around, but not much happening at all propagation-wise. We've had it really good over the last few days, but it's quietened down a bit today. Okay, well, that's the Super Cheetah Mk2. A little bit interesting, a little bit different. As I said, probably prefer the Mk1s, but you know what? At least gives you a bit of an example of what the Mk2 is all about. And as I said, I'd probably head towards the Mk1, but it's good to be able to see what the Mk2 is all about. 73s from VK3CM. All the best.